What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to a brand new YouTube video. And in the depths of the off season where there's not much going on, I thought that today it'd be a little off-centered from the Toronto Blue Jays specifically, and we'd take a look at all of the AL East teams' moves so far this offseason, because Shane Baz and Brandon Lowe just got moved, and that made me want to do this video because they were originally on the Tampa Bay Rays. And the Tampa Bay Rays are part of the AL East, so I just kind of thought that, why don't we take a look at every AL East team and see if the Blue Jays can compete with them. If you're excited for this one, make sure to like and subscribe, and let's get right into it. So the first team we're going to start with, obviously the reigning World Series runner-ups, the Toronto Blue Jays. They have a ton of free agents this offseason, including Chris Bassitt, Bo Bichette, Sir Anthony Dominguez, Ty France, IKF, Nick Sandlin, and Max Scherzer. Now, they have not re-signed any of those guys, but here are the four players that they have acquired so far this offseason. Number one, Dylan Cease to a 7-year deal, $210 million. Tyler Rogers to a 3-year deal, $37 million. Cody Ponce to a 3-year, $30 million deal. And Chase Lee from the Tigers via trade. As much as I like these moves, as you can tell, it's a lot of pitching, all right? 2 starting pitchers in Dylan Cease and Cody Ponce, and relief pitchers in Tyler Rogers and Chase Lee. So obviously, we should be focusing now on position players and getting depth there, or getting star players like Kyle Tucker or Bo Bichette. Good on starters, good on relievers. These guys definitely help. We've been over this. I've made separate videos on almost all of them except for Chase Lee. Chase Lee, he's also insane, and he's got a sidearm. So we got Tyler Rogers, who throws submarine. We got Chase Lee, who throws sidearm. And we got Trey Savage, who's the highest release point in baseball. That's insane. All right, so the next team that we're going to take a look at is the Baltimore Orioles. I didn't know that they got this many players. This isn't kind of insane, actually. So the free agents they currently have are players like Zach Eflin, Jorge Mateo, Gary Sanchez, and Tomoyuki Sugano. And the players that they have acquired, let me tell you, it's way more than I thought, all right? We all knew about Pete Alonso, 5-year deal. I don't think anyone saw that happening, by the way. This just makes them 10 times better. I don't know why they were so bad last season. Maybe it was because they had some really bad starting pitching. But with Pete Alonso alone, they should be insanely good now. Ryan Helsley from the Cardinals on a 2-year deal to come out of the bullpen. They just traded for Shane Baz earlier today, which made me want to do this video. So Shane Baz is now with the Orioles after coming from the Rays. The Orioles gave up their number 6 prospect, their number 10 prospect, their number 11 prospect, their number 30 prospect, and a 2026 pick. Why are you giving up so much for Shane Baz? I don't understand the logic behind that. If someone could please explain it to me, I'd be very grateful of you. But nonetheless, Shane Baz, I'm pretty sure he had a down season last year, but he can be good as well. I just feel like it's a whole lot to give up if you're the Baltimore Orioles. But now you got Shane Baz, so I don't really know. They got outfielder Taylor Ward, which was, I think, the first kind of major move of the offseason. They traded him to the Angels for Grayson Rodriguez. They got Andrew Kittredge in a trade with the Cubs, who had a pretty damn good season with the Cubs. They got outfielder Leody Taveras on a 1-year deal, and Albert Suarez, they re-signed him. So what all these moves tell me is that the Orioles, even though they were number 5 in the standings last season, they still believe, and rightfully so, that they can contend in the AL East. AL East is known to be one of the best divisions in all of baseball, and the Orioles being bad last year made it seem like it wasn't. The Orioles are going to be hella good for at least the next 3 seasons with Pete Alonso there. Maybe he gets up in age and he declines, but you still got like 3 to 4 years of prime Pete Alonso. You just got Shane Baz. You got some good bullpen depth. This team is going to be pretty freaking insane. Now it's time for the Tampa Bay Rays, who let the Blue Jays get first place in the AL East. So shout out to those guys. Their free agents are Pete Fairbanks, who people thought the Blue Jays were connected to. Turns out they're not going to go get him. And second baseman Coco Montes. I don't know who that is. Some notable accusations for the Tampa Bay Rays. They got Steven Matz on a 2-year deal, who is a starting pitcher. They got outfielder Cedric Mullins from the New York Mets. The New York Mets are just deciding to let everybody go. And outfielder Jake Fraley, who re-signed on a 1-year deal. Some notable subtractions: they let go of Shane Baz, they let go of Adrian Hauser, they let go of Christopher Morel, and they let go of Cameron Misner. I don't know a lot of these guys. I'm a casual unless it comes to the Blue Jays, you know what I'm saying? But the Tampa Bay Rays, I believe they were 4th in the division last season, pretty close to making the wild card. With these additions alone, Steven Matz, Cedric Mullins, Jake Fraley, I don't really see them making a bigger push. The only way I'd see them getting better is that if their young guys take that leap, like Junior Caminero. He was insane last season, and he's only 22, I believe. That is crazy. If young guys like that on the Rays team can take a leap, they can be good. A little heads up, I don't want any of these teams to be good. You know, obviously, we're Blue Jays fans over here, and all these teams are rivals with the Blue Jays because they're in the same division as them. I'm just giving you the honest truth about what I think is going to go down with these MLB teams. You know what I'm saying? Second to last, we got the Boston Red Sox. And the Boston Red Sox actually have way more free agents than I thought. They got third baseman Alex Bregman on the market, Lucas Giolito, Liam Hendricks, Nathaniel Lowe, Rob Refsnyder, Justin Wilson, and Josh Winkowski. Some notable acquisitions: they got starting pitcher Sonny Gray via a trade with the Cardinals, and starting pitcher Johan Oviedo with the Pirates. Some subtractions: they got rid of Richard Fitz, Brandon Clark, Steven Matz, Dustin May, and Justinson Garcia, or the password as some people like to call him. I probably did not say that right. With very little accusations and a lot of subtractions, again, there's still a lot of time left in free agency for all the teams to do some stuff, but just where it is right now, I potentially see this team getting worse. If they don't re-sign Alex Bregman, if they don't re-sign Rob Refsnyder, all they get is Sonny Gray and Johan Oviedo. I don't really see them taking that next leap and potentially even missing the wild card, even though you do have guys like Garrett Crochet, Jarren Duran, and Ceddanne Rafaela. Maybe they sneak in the wild card just by a little bit, you know what I'm saying? With the way these other AL East teams are looking, I don't really see them being that good next season, if we're being honest. And last but not least, actually last but very least, the bum organization of the New York. Now, the New York Yankees actually have a lot of free agents as well. They got Cody Bellinger on the market, along with Paul Blackburn, Jake Cousins, Scott Effross, Paul Goldschmidt, who was a pretty big part of their team last season, Ian Hamilton, Jonathan Loaisiga, and Austin Slater. Some accusations they've made already: Trent Grisham re-signed, Ryan Yarbrough re-signed, and Ahmed Rosario re-signed. So no new players, all players from last year's team that have re-signed with the squad. Some subtractions, the most notable one being Devin Williams to the Mets. The Mets also just recently got Luke Weaver, also coming from the New York Yankees. It feels like whenever there's a free agent that's coming from the Yankees, the Mets want them. Whether it's Juan Soto, Devin Williams, Luke Weaver, it seems like they get all the New York Yankee players there are. Next up is Aaron Judge, you know what I'm saying? And Mark Leiter Jr. also left the squad to join the Athletics. So, the Yankees ain't been doing jack shit pretty much. They've re-signed their players. They've let key bullpen arms walk. Their bullpen is going to be absolute dog shit next season unless they lock in, because all three guys that they've let walk, they're all relievers, and they're all pretty good and key relievers if you ask me. But now, let's get to my standings predictions. If the free agency were to end today, so no biasy incorporated, I have the Toronto Blue Jays staying in the #1 spot. Really stepped up in their pitching department, starting pitching and bullpen. They're looking good there. And if they can maintain that same level of offense, there's no reason why we shouldn't be #1. In the #2 spot, I still have the New York Yankees as well. Still got guys like Aaron Judge, who's going to put the team on his back like usual. They got Jazz Chisholm Jr., and they got some pretty good starting pitching like Max Fried and Cam Schlittler, who's going to be good next season too. So I got them at #2. #3, I have the Orioles. Guys just got Pete Alonso. That team's looking a whole lot good. Then we got the Boston Red Sox on #4, just missing out the wild card in my opinion. And at #5, we got the Rays. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If the free agency signings were to end today, what does your AL East standings look like? And can the Blue Jays compete with these teams in the 2026 season? But with that being said, it's been your boy Brandon. I break down to the Toronto Blue Jays. I'll see you next time. Peace.